Hello and welcome, it's Kosh here at Granite City RC, and today I have the 1582, the dump truck up on the bench. There's a couple of things I'm going to try and do. First is get in here and swap out the battery connections, because I haven't really done much with this for a while. So get this so I can actually fit Madine's plugs onto there, so it'll actually fit a battery that I've changed. But the other thing I was mainly looking to do was possibly alter the dump angle, because these don't have a massively good dump angle. I did find a little pack which changes the 1573, which is the plastic version, whereas the metal one there is a slight difference on the setup of the dump bed itself, mainly being a different connection to the back gate which opens. So I might have to modify this a little bit for it to work with this kit, because I presume the other one is plastic, and then obviously I've got to try and get through metal pieces there as well. But as far as I know, the main mechanism underneath should all work the same, so this kit in theory should work on here. Failing that, I might just modify it and take off this back section and put it at an angle so it just works. That'll tip out anyway. But anyway, I'll I'll figure that out once I get round to the kit side of things. Because obviously I don't really know how it's going to fit in with the kit. So anyway, let's get started on the easiest side of things, which is going to be the battery. And yeah, this bit should be straightforward enough. For the solder, I do have a couple of different types. I think that was just a generic off-the-shelf cheap one. That one seems to be a metal working one, so I don't think that would be the best one to use. But I do have some resin core, which is best for electrical, so I'll give that one a try. So melting point is 220, and this is a variable one, so I should be able to. There we go, 250. So what I might do is I might use a little bit of flux on things, because people generally recommend using flux on things. I've never really tried it with flux, so let's see how well it goes, I guess. And that should help with working of the solder through the wires themselves. So try and do a little bit of pre-tinning on the wires themselves. Let's pre-tin the end. I'll see if I can bring that in so you can actually see a little bit better of what I'm doing, even though I'm not great when it comes to soldering. I might have to go get my little clamp stand. Okay, so not pretty, but I think that's got it. So I'll leave it a little bit just to cool down for a few seconds, then I'll get the heat shrink on. A little bit too much solder on there, so I just need to try and melt a little bit off and remove some. Okay. A little bit of fiddling, but hopefully that should do. Wire seems strong enough on there. Like I said, I'm not amazing with soldering, but we'll go with the hope that it's sorted there. So that should be connection sorted for batteries. Just make sure it wants to go on. Batteries. So I'll quickly just recharge these and make sure everything's working. Right, any luck that should have recharged up. Maximum height, that doesn't really do much. It certainly doesn't empty everything normally anyway. Which is why I wanted to get the extensions on the height. So it's good that that's all working. But I guess now it's time to get everything taken apart. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. What we'll need is probably this off. Got 2 screws this side there to come off. Probably take this section off as well. Then the same the other side. Then underneath, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 8 screws to come off from the base to then get in underneath, as far as I remember. But one thing I have noticed on mine, I seem to be missing a screw on this back section. I don't know if it's 100% necessary with the kit that I have, but I'll figure that out once I get around to it. Right, this might be where it becomes problematic, because I think on the plastic one, was it the 1583? 1573, sorry. These are screwed into that section. So what I might end up doing is just having that fixed there, which I know then negates having these sections to lever it, but it's going to be easier than trying to do something with the mechanism for the sides, or just leave it blank and have it open. I guess the other alternative is, I think I can find somewhere to buy the 1573 back and swap out the back onto there, but then that negates having the metal version. I'll ponder that. So I believe these sections go on here somehow to extend that. These two pieces obviously now come into there, fix that onto there, and raise the angle from there. These pieces would get fixed onto there, so I might need to drill a hole on these sections to get them to fit in. Okay, so looking at it, they've this section mounted on here. These arms now coming onto there, and that fixed into the main body. So I guess what I should do really is double check the length of these against there, see if just putting these in will change that, or if it does need to be put closer, because if I do start drilling into there, there's not really much room to grab hold of unless I put that at maybe a little angle. I suppose it's hard to see, I'll bring that in a little bit. So it might be a case of lining up these two holes, bring that into there, possibly drilling a new hole further down there to attach that into the metal work there. Then that would attach onto there, I guess, whilst putting that back into the main part of the body on the flatbed. Yeah. Like I said, I was hoping it'd all kind of fit together, but yeah, it might be a bit of trying to figure it out. I've got a rough idea, so what I might do off camera is just double check what I can do with the pieces that I have, and see if I'm going to have to swap the back out with the plastic model, which this was intended for but will fit in with the truck itself. But I guess that's the danger of ordering random pieces. It's just going to be a bit of figuring out really. As I said, those should be attached to there, and that's easy enough to do. There's just a couple of holes. It's more whether this will fit into there, and what I can do with these side pieces, which should basically have that attached to it somehow. Because if it is just a case of bringing that up to there, I might be able to drill through. Failing that, I'm going to have to probably grind off that whole section, so then it fits onto there somehow, and then it might be a case of grinding that down and maybe getting a bigger screw actually to go through that point, because obviously that doesn't fit onto there like I thought it would do, unless I can grind that down somehow so then it fits as a point to move from, whichever way it's supposed to use it, maybe that way. And if that sits into that section, then drill a hole into there so we can attach that as well. Yeah, I'll have to ponder on that one for the moment. And have a double check as to what can go where. So anyway, that's the plan that I have for this for the moment. At least I have, in theory, bits to do it with. Or more bits than I did originally have. Like I said, if it was the 1573, the plastic one, or at least the plastic back one, then it'd be a straight swap, I think. So I mean, it is a cheaper model to get that originally, which I probably should have gone for in hindsight, but I got this, what, a year or two ago? And thought I'd maybe mess about with this instead of getting different bits. But yeah, I'll see how it goes, and keep this to the side just until I can get it all figured out. Oh, fun. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you at some point with this. Once I've figured out. Bye now.